Okay, so I went and I tweeted about, looking for a new car, and suddenly I started to get some recommendations from different people, and one of them was an app called Beepi. That's Beepi.
Beepi.
Beep or Beepi.
Beepi. No, I think Beepi.
Beepi.
It sounds like it might be Scandinavian.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, as you can see if you're watching, it had a great write-up in the New York Times and Forbes, Business Insider. This wasn't, a fly-by-night service. What they do is they find a car for you. If you're going to buy a car, they find it for you. They deliver it to your house with a big bow on it.
Oh, that's a nice little touch.
And then you get to drive it around for 10 days to see if you like it.
Oh.
And then if you don't, they come back and pick it up, like the Casper mattress sort of style.
Wow, that couldn't be any better. That's the best way to buy a car.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with it. And so the way they work, they have no overhead, right? So that they're saving money. They're gonna. They also sell cars for you, and they will give you more money than you would get from a dealer if you were trading in your car.
Okay.
But probably less money than if you were going to sell it on Craigslist.
Yeah, we always do the Blue Book. Look at the Blue Book. Lisa's theory is you go below Blue Book by a few $1,000s. That makes it attractive, and then she always does it on Craigslist. And they move fast. She sold several cars that way, and I'm always impressed. But that's a lot of work, and you get calls from strangers. And I understand why you wouldn't want to do that. Maybe if you're going to lose a few $1,000s, at least you don't have to put up with the hardship. Where do they get the new cars from?
From people. No, it's
always
cars.
used.
It's always used cars. Yeah.
So I get it. So this is a cycle of people trading in or selling their cars, and Beepi then selling it on to you or somebody else.
Right. So if you want to sell your car, they'll buy it from you if it doesn't sell for 30 days.
Was it Was it a good range of vehicles?
Pretty much, except for they didn't have what I wanted. Exactly.
Because you wanted a hybrid.
I wanted a 2013 Prius. And I wanted I wanted the leather seats. I wanted the backup camera. I wanted the more technology in there. And they had more of the lower trims.
They didn't have as many choices because, of course, they can only sell what people are selling to them. That makes sense. And a dealer can always order any packages you want. It may take a while. You have to wait for it, but you can always get what you want. I like, though, and I told you this when you went in the market, that you should never buy a new car.
Yeah.
Because the car loses so much value the minute you drive it off the lot. The best deal is a late model, low mileage used car because a lot of the depreciation has already happened, but you still get a relatively new and reliable vehicle. And that's what you did.
Yep. Yeah. So
did you get it from a dealer?
I did get it from a dealer. Basically, I'm going to show you some of the services that I did all my research in.
You tried all
these. I did the whole thing where you go into the local bookstore and then you buy it on Amazon.
Did Beepi bring you a car? Did you at least try that?
No, I did not try that service. No, but they offered. These are new businesses that are really, they're getting a lot of funding.
Right.
They're the next startup because nobody likes to go to the dealership.
Anything to make this a better experience.
So as soon as I tweeted about it, they were, all of their representatives emailed me and said, what can we do to help? They were like, customer service was really great. They do a 240-point 2-hour inspection on the car too. That's the other thing that they do. And it shows where because you want to see a car. Does it have little dents? Does it have little dimples? They kind of show you, and you can look at all the pictures and do walkthroughs.
I guess you could be buying a car from Wisconsin are they nationwide?
They are, and what I noticed was one of the cars I looked like had no shipping. It was free shipping. So my guess is that must have been close by.
Oh, I see. So you do pay a slight fee for driving it out to you.
Yeah. So it was like $400, $500. Okay. It was still lower than what the dealership was charging for these same. So
there's Beepi, Beepi. It's an app as well as a website.
Right. And it was started by Ale Resney, who bought a car from a dealer, and then immediately the engine caught on fire. And then he had to deal with the dealer who was like, oh, well,
not my fault.
It. Yeah.
You bought it, you got it.
So definitely if you're in the market for a car, check it out.
Nice.
Who doesn't want a car delivered with a bow on it?
The dealership model is such a terrible model.
It really is.
Yeah. And really, nobody likes the experience.
No.
Remember Saturn? That was the whole theory behind General Motors. The Saturn line was fixed price, no negotiation. You just come in, that's what it costs. And I don't notice them doing all that well.
Well,
they do well in the fleet market.
Some dealerships do that. My parents just bought a Lexus, and they did. It was the price. They walked in, they walked out. No haggling.
Yeah, but then you feel like, well, because I'm paying full list. Right? I'm not getting a deal at all.
Yeah. You don't have to haggle if you want to pay full.
Yeah. I can do that in any dealership. What's that price? Here, let me write you a check. That's a great experience.
Well, so the key to this was that when I was in the dealership, she said, you can't we won't negotiate unless you come in. But then when I was doing this research for a full week and I walked away from it, then she was willing to email me and say, oh yeah, what was the price you wanted? And I said, here's the price I wanted. I'm not coming back in until you give me this price, which is a lot easier to do on email.
And that's a good pointer, which is use these tools, even if you don't buy something from them, use these tools to help you negotiate. You at least understand what the cost of the car should be.